Well, a very good evening. Welcome. This is Younib TV News at 9. My name is Joseph Kamau. Today we've got a lot lined up for you, but first, let's have the highlights.
That counties should be ready to repeat this process because we are not taking it lightly. We are going to court because of the evidence we have gathered across the counties.
So the government is trying to digitalize all these things so that we can have a centralized system where we can see our assets.
Once, and this is why there is a lot of need to create awareness so that people can know that there is help.
Welcome. Thank you for keeping it Younib TV. Now, the government has extended the deadline for the submission of updated student enrollment data, which is a requirement for schools to receive capitation funds. According to government spokesperson Isaac Mwaura, the new deadline is now Friday, September 12, 2025. The extension is intended to give schools that have not yet complied with the directive additional time to do so. The Ministry of Education says the accurate and timely submission of this data is critical for the equitable distribution of funding across all public learning institutions.
Serikali imeweza kutoa mwito kwamba mpaka Ijumaa tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba tunafanya kazi yetu vizuri na watu wote waweze kujitokeza mpaka hii Friday waweze kuweza kusajili kwa sababu kuna watu wengi ambao wanatoa idadi ambayo sio sahihi, na kupitia ule mfumo wetu wa KEMIS ambao ulizinduliwa hivi majuzi, ni muhimu sana walimu tuondoe ule ukora ambao umekuweko. Watu kusema tuna idadi hii, wanapatiwa fedha ambazo zinaenda kusizi hizo tumika. Hatuna fedha ambazo tunafaa kuzitumia hivi. Kwa hiyo ni vizuri tuseme jambo kama hilo ili tuweze kuhakikisha kwamba watu wetu wameweza kufaidi zaidi na tuweze kukuza watoto wetu ili waweze kuwa ni watoto ambao wanafaidika katika nyanja ya elimu hata mchezo.
Well, on other stories, the government is stepping up efforts to digitize public assets in a move aimed at improving transparency, efficiency, and accountability. According to Cyril Waguda Odede, the Principal Secretary for Public Investment and Assets Management at the National Treasury, the digitization process is nearly 90% complete at the national level, is now being rolled out to county governments. Speaking in Nakuru County, PS Odede said 14 counties have so far been covered, with more expected in the coming weeks as the government targets all 47 counties. The initiative seeks to create a centralized digital register capturing all government-owned assets, including land, buildings, vehicles, roads, and railways.
As you know, government is owning quite a number of assets in land, building, motor vehicles, roads, railways, name it. So the government is trying to digitalize all these things so that we can have a centralized system where we can see our assets. And that is what we are trying to do here. We have done it to national government and almost 90% is complete. We are now rolling it out to county government. We have done it to 14 counties. This is the third cohort. We'll be doing another one next week in Central so that we can cover our 47 counties to enable them to put their assets in that register. We just want to know the total value of our assets that were being transferred from the defunct county councils, and now we have county governments, and you will find that the assets were transferred to them without the title deeds or the logbooks for these assets, and that is what we are trying to take statistics.
We went through about the policy and also how the assets are managed, and we saw that it is very important we put them practically and we ensure all assets of the county government and national government are maintained in the IFMI system.
Well, now let's dive into matters health. Now, the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the Kenya Red Cross, is warning of a possible rise in mpox cases across the country amid growing public health concerns. According to official data, Kenya has so far recorded 401 confirmed cases, with Mombasa County accounting for the highest number at 192. Health workers have now intensified awareness campaigns aimed at educating the public about the symptoms, prevention, and early detections of the disease. The ministry is urging citizens to remain vigilant and report any suspected cases to nearby health facilities.
Then mpox needs a period of time in order to rust and completely heal. The group at risk includes the children, the elderly. We have the immunocompromised, especially those that have been diagnosed with infections like HIV.
And that's why we've put in structures starting at community level, where they usually go house to house to ensure they pass this communication so that the community can be informed of this particular disease.
They took the samples on 11, and on 12 my results were out. So I was positive for mpox. So after I turned positive for mpox, that's when the treatment started. I was being given painkillers and also antihistamines, because you also have itch in the skin. When you go to shower, most of the times we used to use salt, because every time you are showering you have to use salt.
Kuna watu ambao wako mashinani ndani huko ambao wanahitaji swala kama hili. Kwa hiyo mbinu zaidi zitafutwe vipi watu watanabaishwa kuhusu ugonjwa.
We were able to do door to door, reaching approximately 11,000 community members that we've sensitized, and we are still on the move.
We saw a peak of the cases by June 2025, and that indicated actually community transmission.
Now, on other stories, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has called upon Kenyans to extend the respect that boda operators rightfully deserve, while simultaneously encouraging riders to avoid recklessness and misconduct that frequently incite hostility on the roads. Speaking on Tuesday during a meeting with boda representatives and members of the Al-Zizia Football Club in Tharaka Nithi County, Kindiki underscored that the riders, akin to all other participants in the transport sector, possess a legitimate right to earn a livelihood. He cautioned that irresponsible riding and traffic infractions not only threaten the lives of operators, but also endangers the safety of the other road users.
Waendelee wasiendelee. Tulikuwa imetuleta hapa. Leo hatuna mambo mingi, lakini kwa niaba ya the two groups, ama mnataka Deputy President wa kuishi tu hapa Tharaka Nithi na kwamba sisi katika serikali, na kwa hivyo tuko na jukumu sisi kama and creative economy or creative industry. Wanaendesha pikipiki kiholela, wanatumia njia ambayo haikubaliwi. On a busy highway you do a dangerous high turn, ama unaingia barabarani bila kuobserve vile sheria ya traffic inasema. Unabeba abiria wengi kufika siasi na hawana hata helmet. Sasa mambo haya machache ya wengine wachache ambao wanaharibu hii sekta, unawaharibia walio wengi ambao wangetaka kupata riziki kupitia hii sekta. Lazima tuwe watu wa kutii sheria. Itakuwa si vizuri mimi kama kiongozi kama sitawaambia ya kwamba baadhi yenu wanaharibia wengine kwa sababu ya kutotii sheria Na mimi najua ya kwamba bodaboda ni biashara, na watu wengi katika bodaboda wanataka kutii sheria, kufanya biashara na kuhakikisha kwamba hawahatarishi maisha ya wale wengine ambao wanatumia barabara.
Well, that news from Tharaka Nithi takes us for a short break. Stay tuned.
The best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. Remember, this is Younib TV News at 9. Now, this being the World Suicide Prevention Month, the National Association of Psychological Counselors and the Red Cross have held a discussion for students of universities and technical schools aiming to speak to young people under the age of 30 who often find themselves under stress and leading to suicide.
We are getting worse, and this is why there is a lot of need to create awareness so that people can know that there is help. If someone is having a mental health challenge, there is help. There is no mental health problem that doesn't have a treatment or a management. This is what we want people to know. Even suicide can be prevented if people use healthy ways of coping.
Our young men are more at risk, because them, when they contemplate suicide, most of them actualize it. It's not like the ladies. But I also want to say that at the Meru National Polytechnic, we have not had cases of suicide for the time I have been here, except where we have averted cases of meditation to commit suicide. And we have had many of these cases where students, because of one reason or the other, wanted to commit suicide.
As Kenya Red Cross, we have had many response cases here in Meru, and one of the most rampant cases is the drowning case, where you find some of the youths are taking it to just take away their life, that we call suicide, in terms of throwing yourself into the river, and that's how we call it drowning. So you find many of the times we are going to evacuate casualties from the rivers, and we would request the institutions to be having many of these sessions to talk to these students, because many are times that we find ourselves in situations where we have no one to talk to.
Well, it's time for county news. Now, in Bungoma County, residents are raising concerns over what they say is inadequate involvement in county decision-making processes, particularly in the formation of the county budget. Locals claim they are often left out of key participation forums despite the constitutional requirement for citizen engagement in matters of governance. The lack of full public involvement in the budget-making process has been cited as a major barrier to achieving transparency and accountability within county governments.
We are very determined, and CSRG, this is what we are saying, and we are saying it clearly, that counties should be ready to repeat this process, because we are not taking it lightly. We are going to court because of the evidence we have gathered across the counties to make sure that public participation is really a representation of the interests and the decisions of the people. So from the information we have gathered, for the first time, we are going to court on matters concerning public participation, especially in the budget cycle.
And as the budget cycle continues, today we are using this opportunity to call upon the County Treasury of Bungoma and other departments involved to release the outline for the sectoral hearing, because as from 1st of September, a sectoral hearing should have begun. But as we are speaking today, we are not aware of the key dates for sectoral hearing so that our voices can be heard.
Hiyo ya kwanza ni kuoneshana ni kwenda kotini ili hizi budget process ama CADP ziweze kurudiwa na zifanywe vinavyofaa. Kitu ya pili, tukienda pale kotini italete wale wakubwa magavana na watu wao watajua ya kwamba si mchezo tena na lazima watu wahudumiwe kulingana na katiba ilivyoashiria.
Now, Kakamega members of parliament have come out strongly to condemn the rising cases of violence and abusive language in the political arena. Operating under the banner of the J8 group, the MPs say they will not tolerate what they term as politics of hostility and provocation, warning that such behavior risks destabilizing communities and the country at large. The leaders, led by MP Bernard Shinyalu, made the remarks while addressing residents in Ikolomani, Quisero, Shinyalu and Malava constituency. They also used the platform to urge locals in the western region to rally behind President William Ruto's development agenda.
Sisi hatutaki nyumba yetu ya western ipoboke, mambo yetu hatutaki matusi, tufanye maendeleo, tufanyie watu kazi. Wale wanashindwa kufanya kazi, hiyo ni shauri yao. Tupeane heshima kwa sisi wenyewe, kwa viongozi wale wako. Siri ni moja, kama hujapenda mtu 2027 itafika.
You did not elect us into drama, theatrics and comedy. You elected us to be action-oriented leaders. Na lazima tuone, hata sisi kwa ubiri nasema, njia inayoenda kwa Mungu ni nyembamba. Ni wachache ambao wanaiona. Njia ya sisi kupata maendeleo ni kufanya kazi na serikali ambayo iko.
Ameweka 2.1 billion kwa mambo ya stima. Hiyo hatujaona.
Nataka niambie hao watu wanatoa matusi. Waambie. Kiti ya chairman ilienda.
Na bina bora alichukua.
Hiyo nilienda nayo. Yes. Si mnaona nakaa safi? Si nakaa kama chairman. Ama ambia hiyo wangwana waache matusi, bado maneno.
Jamii ya Mlembe lazima iheshimiwe. Na wanapokaa kwa meza wakigawa rasilimali za taifa ya Kenya, paka kiongozi wetu kutoka kwa jamii akuwe pale. Wakigawa barabara tunapata yetu. Wakigawa stima tunapata yetu. Hii hospitali itatupunguzia safari za kwenda Yala. Itapunguza safari za kwenda Buteri. Itapunguza safari za kwenda Mbale na kwenda Kakame.
Hatuwezi tukawacha maendeleo kwa mtu mwingine. Lazima tushike maendeleo. Kila ambacho kinaendelea sehemu zingine, ukikuja hapo Mheshimiwa Ikana amejenga hii shule, anajivunia. Ukikuja kwangu mama Mheshimiwa Ruto pia amepeana stima. Mheshimiwa Ikana akipata, Mheshimiwa Jesicah amepata, mimi pia nimepata.
Now, in Siaya County, major development projects are now underway in Siaya County, aimed at boosting healthcare and sports infrastructure in the region. The government has officially launched the upgrade of Siaya County Referral Hospital alongside the planned expansion of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Stadium. The project, valued at 1 billion Kenyan shillings, will be implemented by the Kenya Defence Forces in partnership with the county and national governments. Speaking during the launch, Defence Cabinet Secretary Soipan Tuya said the initiatives are part of a broader effort to enhance access to quality health services and promote sports development at the grassroots levels.
Na miradi hizi zinajumuisha na kuonyesha ukakamavu wa national government kuhakikisha kwamba watu wa Siaya have quality healthcare na kuhakikisha pia we are fostering a thriving community in Siaya County. Once we complete the modernized Siaya County Referral Hospital, it will be a state-of-the-art facility equipped with cutting-edge medical technology, and I'm sure in the collaboration we have with the county government, it's going to be staffed by dedicated healthcare professionals. It will provide specialized healthcare, it will create jobs, and improve the healthcare sector of the county of Siaya.
Hii sehemu ambao tupo sasa inaonesha sura tofauti. Ukienda hapo mbele kuna affordable housing ambayo inaendelea mbele. Pale karibu na stadium ulikuwa unaona markiti kubwa inajengwa, na tuna hakika ya kwamba hiyo soko itamalizwa kabla ya mwisho wa mwaka huu, na pia stadium pia. Waziri, wakati tulikuja kule DOD tukasikia kwamba pengine zile hela zitaletwa kwa stadium ilikuwa kwa kiwango ya chini kidogo. Nikajaribu kwa njia yote vilivyo kukuomba ya kwamba vile tulijenga hili stadium lazima tuangalie hiyo standard ambayo tumeweka. Yani si kitu ya kuweka viraka, ni kitu ya kujengwa kwa hali ya juu.
Well, that news from Siaya brings us to the end of our news bulletin at 9 here at Younib TV. Remember, sleep is the golden chain that holds our health and bodies together. So tonight, have a good one. My name is Joseph Kamau.